7th of Sun's Dawn. When we arrived at Darkfall Cave, I began to feel rather skeptical about the power of the Elder Scrolls. It was a dank, dark, and smelly cave filled with spiders and trolls. This is it? Certainly not what I expected for the resting place of a famous and powerful divine artifact. This doesn't seem right. This certainly doesn't look like a place where we might find a special artifact of the divines, does it? What do you know about this Auriel's bow, anyway?
Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one.
Do you know why your father is after this bow? What does it have to do with this sun?
Auriel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy.
Okay. Do you know exactly what this bow does?
That part I don't know. Once we have it, hopefully it'll be obvious.
Hopefully. I hope we shoot it
I'm
like
ready if you are.
any other regular bow. Otherwise, we don't have time to learn how to use it. Right, well, the scroll said we had to come here. I don't understand why. This really doesn't look right. But, well, we don't have a choice. So now we are at the dead end, and the only way down is to jump. But we don't have a choice, Serana. Let's go. Whoa! Oh, spiders in the water. Oh, gross. Kill them, Serana. More. It's yours. Alright. This is just getting stranger and stranger.
These people were... Why would anyone want to set up camp here? I wonder what happened to them.
It's a good question. Yeah, something bad happened. Oh, a note. Let's see if this note has any clues, eh? I know that you'll come find me, but it will be too late. We were fools to think we could live so close to creatures. Oh, trolls. I am cornered, and it's only a matter of time before one of the trolls decides to finish me off. I hope it is a quick death. Farewell, my dear sister. Well, it's a little strange to think that you could make friends with trolls. Although, well, I guess Gunmar has. Well, maybe that's not so strange. But as we ventured into the depths of the winding tunnels, the truth of the scrolls was revealed. The tunnels led down into a wide cavern and, lit by rays of sunlight filtering down from far above, there was a beautiful domed shrine of some sort in the middle of the chamber. This could be it. An unusual-looking man was there tending the shrine. There is a man. He had very light, smooth skin. What's he doing? And wide, slanted eyes of a very pale color.
What's that? I feel some kind of power.
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
As we approached, he turned to welcome us.
Hello? Who are you? Why are you down here in this cave?
During the ensuing conversation, we learned a number of astounding things. The man was a snow elf, a race I had thought to be long extinct. And indeed, he said he was probably one of the last of his
I am
kind.
Knight Paladin Gelebor. Welcome to the great chantry of Auriel.
Chantry? Of Auriel?
He only knew of one other, his brother, Vyrthur, who had been Auriel's Arch-Curate.
Auriel, Halkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of
But
the
was
snow
turned
elves.
to darkness by those we now called the Falmer.
The snow elves? Are you a Falmer?
I prefer snow elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the betrayed.
The elf, a paladin named Gelebor, said he would help us find Auriel's bow,
Why we're here.
but we would first
Of course,
have to do him
you're
a
here
favor.
for Auriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance.
Find and kill his brother.
How did you know, by the way, that we were here for the bow?
For the thousands of years I've served as the Chantry's sentinel, there hasn't been a single visitor here for any other reason. They request Auriel's bow, and I request their assistance. It's been repeated so many times, I can't imagine it any other way.
It must be lonely. Well, look, what kind of assistance do you need?
I need you to kill Arch-Curate Vyrthur, my brother.
Kill your brother? Why would you ask us that?
The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Auriel would allow this to happen.
Oh, what exactly did the betrayed do to him? Do you know?
They swept into the Chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause.
Didn't you try to fight back?
The Chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum, where I believe they corrupted Vyrthur.
So you don't even know if he is alive?
He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting.
Well, that is strange. Have you tried getting into the inner sanctum?
Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Auriel. And an assault on the betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death.
Okay. The way shrine. What is that?
Yes, let me show you.
In order to reach Vyrthur, we had to undergo a ritualistic journey through a series of magical gates called way shrines. The beautiful domed structure there in the cave was the first way shrine, and Gelebor opened it for us when we agreed to his terms.
Ooh,
Incredible.
that is beautiful.
This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the Chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the way shrine's center and proceed to the next way shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Don't
Well,
be rude,
once the
Serana.
initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the Chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the Arch-Curate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out?
Oh,
Makes no
Serana.
sense to me.
Behave.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So,
need
let's
his
get this
help.
straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples so we can kill your brother and claim Auriel's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the Initiate's footsteps and traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment.
Alright. Well, how many way shrines are there?
There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the Chantry.
Wow. These caves must be massive then.
Caves? Oh no. The Chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover.
Oh?
But before I send you on your way, you'll need the Initiate's ewer.
Alright, so we just fill this at every way shrine?
Once you've located a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened.
Okay, well. If it's that simple, I guess we'll be off then.
This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
Right.
Questions? I expected as much.
Aye, Serana. Wait there. Okay, can you tell me more about the snow elves? Who were your people? What were they like?
We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home.
Well, since there are no more of you, I guess the Nords won.
In a manner of speaking. We had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price. The blinding of our race.
But surely you wouldn't all have agreed to that. That's crazy.
There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain.
It's horrible. Well, and what turned your people into the betrayed then, eh?
I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin. Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become.
Alright. Why weren't you and your brother affected?
The Chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene.
Is that why you have retained your sight then? And your form?
Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people.
Oh, how so? Oh, you mean the betrayed?
Yes, they swarmed the Chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assumed that the Arch-Curate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum.
Are there others here like you?
Vyrthur and myself are the only 2 snow elves that remain.
Alright, that's harsh. Look, what can you tell me about the Chantry of Auriel?
This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the Snow Elf people worshipped Auriel. The Chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wish to become enlightened.
Most snow elves? What do you mean?
Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Ciribane, Yffrey, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the Chantry and its way shrines.
So all of the way shrines are part of the Chantry then? Is that right?
Oh yes, they were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here.
And I believe you said that each one is tended by a spectral prelate, huh? Who are they?
They're ghosts of the snow elf priests that tended the way shrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Auriel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties.
Alright, well, that's good for us. They should be able to help us then.
I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the Chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum.
Of course.
May Auriel watch over you.
Thank you, Gelebor.
To pass through all the shrines, we simply had to inform their
Serana?
spectral guardians that we were on a journey to the inner sanctum of Auriel's temple,
Get going.
and then fill a ceremonial ewer with water from the font located in the center of each shrine.
Darkfall.
That wasn't as unpleasant as I thought it would be. Kind of soothing, actually. I feel a little warmer now.
Interesting.
It sounded
Right
simple
behind you.
enough, but I knew better than to
Ready when you
assume
are.
this would be a trivial task. My suspicions
All right.
proved right,
Darkfall
as we first
passage,
had to make
Serana.
our way through a treacherous underground passage full of Falmer.
I wonder what we're going to find in here. Ooh. Huh. So,
Stay on your
okay.
guard.
Falmer, of course.
Figured. Wait,
More.
knew I heard something.
I just keep at it,
That'll
Serana.
teach you.
Stay on your guard. Looks like this cave is full of them.
Oh no, you don't. That'll teach you.
Oh, no. Taurus, get to them.
Done and done.
Poison hearts. Good thing you are immune, eh? Looks like a town, a little Falmer town, I guess. Ugh.
Show yourself.
Nasty creatures. Betrayed, huh?
Who's there?
I have a little pity
You
for
are-
them, but they certainly got a bad deal from the Dwemer. They just evolved into just
Who's there?
beings of pure hatred, haven't they? Hey, don't hit me, Savannah.
That'll teach you.
the last one? Let's brighten this place up again. Can't see a damn thing without this light. Where do we go now? Can you see the way out from here? Oh wait. Here? Is this where we need to be? Oh, what is that? A new flower. Ah, okay. This looks like the passage here. Come on, Serana. Let's keep moving. Oh, great.
Oh, wait.
Charis and Falmer.
What have you got?
Get this rune inside. No. No. Just do it the old-fashioned way. Interesting saber cat. Look at it, Serana. Wow. What a beautiful hide. Look at these deer. Oh. I've never seen a hide like that before. Come on, let's look up here. Oh, more of those deer. And some strange pods. What are these? Poison bloom. Probably make something dangerous with that, eh? Oh, look. Look up here. It's a way shrine.
That's another way shrine up there. Here we go.
Hi. Huh. We made it. I think that deer glows in the dark. Before we do the way shrine, though, let's look down here. There's a trail. Oh, another cat.
Figured.
Oh, they're so pretty. I hate to kill them. Oh. Someone else was down here? Seems like we're the only ones in a long time. Alright. Is that it? Let's go back to the way shrine and hopefully this prelate will speak to us.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Illumination.
Huh?
Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Auriel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
Aye. Yes, we are.
Then behold Auriel's gift, my child. May it light your path as you seek tranquility within the inner sanctum.
Watch, Serana. Will he open it? Ha. Just like Gelebor did. Wow. Huh, that is
Oh, what is
It
it?
is amazing, isn't it?
I'm right behind you.
It's beautiful magic. Alright, gather a few more of these plants. We may not get another chance, huh?
May Auriel's brilliance illuminate your path.
Thank you. He truly won't help us, will he, Serana? Alright, I guess, we get to the other side here. Go through this portal. Well, it doesn't look any different yet. I hope we don't have to spend all our time in the cave. Gelebor said it was more than just the caves, didn't he? So far, though. Ugh. It's been dirty and dark, and now cold. Seems a strange place for the sun god to send his initiates, huh? Through the dark, underground. Oh, whoa. Don't fall down there.
Once we reached the way shrine of illumination at the end, I felt relieved to finally exit out into the fresh air.
Oh, this is much better. It's cold but beautiful. Look at this veil. Wow. So are the other way shrines?
It's like a whole other world. Come on, the bow has to be in this valley somewhere.
Aye.
But my relief
Let's
did
hope
not
so.
last long, for our next task was to locate all of the remaining way shrines within a vast open expanse known as the Forgotten Vale.
You're not getting this with me.
Where are the cats?
Right there.
Alright, well, we have to find all the shrines here.
It was well into the night by the time we reached the vale, and so we were forced to stop and make camp.
Aye, look,
Yes.
Saran, I think we need to camp. It's dark. It's cold. I can't see a damn thing, even with this magic light. And I'm so tired. So I'm going to just rest for the night. Keep watch, okay?
Fortunately, we had a good stock of supplies, and there were trees and shrubs to provide firewood. I bedded down, slipping into a weary, restless sleep, while Serana kept watch.